Rhythm and Raj.
Hi, it's me.
Rhythm and Raj.
Talk about music.
Rhythm and Raj. Rhythm and Raj. It's Rhythm and Raj.
Let's begin. Ooh, a song you haven't heard in a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, whatever you want to be today, welcome to Rhythm and Raj. Bro, it's been an extended amount of time. Look, okay. Normally, I would start this with some kind of grand platitude and some nice natured something, but it has been so long. I think we need to spend the first 5 minutes of this having an honest conversation, and then we can step into the show you know, you love, you need. Anyway, so at the start of this year, I had built a plan for, a couple projects, a whole year's worth of singles, like a shit ton of music, a ton of stuff. I was ready to go, prepared. Me and the homies, you can ask all of them. We were like, yeah, let's get videos shot. Let's get this. Let's get that. Let's go be great. That's how we really were about it, because this was supposed to be the year of breaking expectations and, stepping away from the things people try to say about me and try to plant on my name, as well as like the things that I know are issues within myself. I don't necessarily care so much about what people say and think about me, because they always will do and say what they do and say, and you will always be yourself. That's just what the world is designed like. But I just, there was something to prove to myself about what I can do, who I can be, and why I believe in that version of myself. As if the universe laughed at me because I told it what I wanted. I get a input failure on my hard drive, and I'm like, oh, that's strange. Remove my hard drive, try to plug it into my laptop, set my laptop down too hard. Apparently, the disk inside that hard drive cracked. This is as I am trying to back the hard drive up. That is why I was plugging it in the first place, to make a copy of it. Nope. Gone. Dead on arrival. What does that mean? Well, all of my music is gone. Like all of my older stuff, for the most part, gone. I was able to find, enough songs to put that EP out, and enough songs to do a live show on my laptop and in my Google Drive and in various places. But all my data is gone. And, I had a data company help me the first time this happened, and they told me that they kept the files. They didn't. They kept the original drive. So even if I were to get all my files back, it would be a reset to wherever it was the first time I had an issue, where I don't have 6 full months worth of music. There was 6 full months between the parts. It was gone. But now all of it's gone because they gave me back something that's corrupted. That was discouraging. And it set me down for a while. Having to create, parts of your life and your feelings all over again is really difficult. And I didn't understand the depth of the problem once it first got, put in front of me. But as time went on and I'm trying to release music and I'm trying to do shows and I'm trying to do more than what I am, I was put in a position recognizing, oh, damn, you're screwed. You got to redo everything. You got to find it in yourself to get those emotions back, to get that tonal clarity back, to get that kind of whatever it was that made you be that back. You got to remember the beats, go find them again online, go find them again in emails, go through all your receipts. Just do things you don't want to do again. Some of those songs and things were painful. Doesn't matter. Got to do them again. So that set me back really hard, and it pushed a really painful mentality upon myself that kind of plagued me throughout the year. I still got some music out, still got some visuals out. I adapted to being able to write and do skits. Now I know I can do that, So progress, but much, much less than I wanted for the year. But here we sit, here I stand. Well, again, sit, I guess, because you can see me this time. You know, in a place where I can't be stuck. I can't be held on to the past. I can't continue to live within the creative person that was. I have to accept what is and who is and evolve with that. So if I'm redoing records, they're going to sound new. They're going to sound different to me, and you'll never know. But if you see me act weird when they play, that's why. Some demos will come out, you know, and you'll see me be specific that they're the demo version, because there are things in them I don't like, but I know I can't redo the record. You know, it is. I have to learn to care less about how things are put together and be happier with what comes out, because I've sat for years holding on to all that music, and look what I have to show for it. There's a lesson in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll find it. Because I definitely haven't. But with that, with all that nonsense in mind, I think it's time we go back, man. You know what we need?
Songs of the week.
Since it's been so long, I think we gotta go crazy. Okay? 4 of them. Count them. 4 of them things. Let's do it. Number 1. And you can call it biased because I worked on the song. I don't give a damn. I love this song. Okay? I love it. Place of Hurt by DOiN featuring Maul London. Look here. This song was a joy to mix, number 1. Number 2, I love it because it is a deep expression of someone's like real life pain through a situation. You know, and whether you know the details or not, it is something that can kind of stick with you. The vulnerability, the reality, the raw nature of it all. You know, it's a real human song. And I think he picked the perfect feature in Maul to do the hook and fit kind of, at least in such a nice cadence between the rapping, because the rapping is so... You know, I know you love me still, but I can't wait. You know, just real kind of low, kind of in the feeling of the words. And Maul just comes in with a whole different tone, different feeling, but he, boom, matched it so perfect. It felt so nice together to me. And I hope you feel the same. Please, 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 please go listen to Place of Hurt by DOiN. Now, your second song... I want to show you something nasty. Addicted by Dolly. Look here. Dolly love her to death. This song on TikTok has been going stupid. So stupid that there are people I know don't know her, got nothing to do with nothing. Hearing the record, playing the record out and about. I'm hearing it in public. I'm just putting it on and somebody, how do you know this song? What? Really? You know this? Y'all know this? It's my little homegirl. Y'all know this song? Oh my God. Like, it's so great to observe the reaction. And I hope you hear it and get a similar one, because the snippet is cool, but the whole record's nice, man. Dolly is severely underrated and underappreciated in my book. And I think that this is the beginning of the change of that. So please do yourself a favor. Get a glass of red wine, turn some purple lights on if you got them, or just lower the lights you have. It don't matter. Cut this song on and enjoy the vibe. That's all I'm going to say. It's a wonderful song. It's a fun song. Shout out to Dolly. Please go check out Addicted by Dolly. Now, the next 2 songs, you'll be happy to know, aren't by people I know. But they're really, really, really fucking good. The song I cannot stop playing, stop singing, stop talking about right now. It's called Over by B. Now, I know what you're thinking. Taraj, that don't say B. That don't say B at all. That's a 3. I know what it is, but treat it like black, my nigga. That is B. Treat him with respect, because boy, you gonna turn this song on, hear this beat. You gonna be moving, everybody moving every time it come on. Fuck the lyrics, fuck the hook, fuck the everything. The beat alone, you're going to be in love. Then you hear that voice. If you want it, come and get it. Smooth. Nasty. I love it. Excellent. He dropped an incredible album with this, but this is Songs of the Week. We'll get to that another time. You definitely need to spend good time in your day today listening to Over by B. Now, the last song is from an artist that I love very much and was introduced to in a way that's so funny to me now. But I was out about at a speakeasy in the city, roaming with some friends. And I hear Touchdown by Namdi. I have never heard Namdi outside of my headphones. I don't know I know one person on this earth that listens to that man. She and I are the only ones I know. I know he got fans. The nigga's amazing. I think he deserves more of them. Absolutely. You should check out his entire catalog. 2 flawless albums from in the last couple of years, letting you know. But it was such a nice feeling to hear it organically. And Touchdown has such a nice energy to it. He is in a unique alternative setting to me because rather than give him an actual genre or, I feel like he should just be experience. Namdi is the genre. Namdi should be experience because it can go anywhere from rock influenced stuff to really like aggressive all pop type deals to just traditional R&B, whatever he feels like doing. Like he quite literally fits my favorite phrase of chameleon. And I love that. I love that for him. I appreciate all of his music, but Touchdown came on and you should hear it, experience it exactly as I did, just casually. You'll have a good time. It's Touchdown by Namdi. Again, can't thank y'all enough for coming to listen to this, hanging out with me. It's been a while and I'm a little rusty, so forgive me if my transitions are ugly. I'm trying my hardest to find my groove again and do this on a regular basis because I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot to be said. I think there's a lot more music to share. That Songs of the Week is cool with 4 records. I could give you 20. Then I can give you 5 more tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's a lot here. There's a lot to be said. There's a lot to do. And I think that I can't abandon this space like I have been doing. Look, back in the day when I was on the Connect Pod with my homies, shout out to the boys, we low-key got called the deadbeat dads of podcasting because we would just disappear sometimes when school got hectic or when life got hectic or when editing was hard or whatever it was. We would, disappear for a little while. But every time we came back, we had the same vigor. We had the same kind of vibe. And it was always the same show. So I forgive me for being the deadbeat dad of podding. But this moment here, you should recognize that I still love it. I still love you. And I hope we can enjoy a vibe for quite a while. With that in mind, let's go into the actual show now. I want to discuss a thing that isn't necessarily bad, but it's not good. There are little pieces on one side and another. I know where I lean. I'm going to just present these things to you and try not to be super biased until I'm done presenting them all. But you'll catch my drift pretty quickly. So in the music medium of the modern day, it is difficult to find studios and places that do not already have a large amount of the most popular plugins and other, hardware things, software things that exist out there. There's a lot of standards. There's a lot of specials. There's a lot of things that people say you desperately need. And if you don't have it, how dare you? So everybody kind of locked in and bought it, caught on. What studio don't have Pro Tools or Logic? That's what I'm saying. Like there's always these few things in every studio, if it's a good one or if it's whatever, or even in people's homes, people just have these plugins. So if you're a business and you've been around for 30 years and everywhere you look, somebody has your product, don't need a replacement, what do you do? that is where the subscription-based model has snuck its way into business. There are certain groups, Pro Tools, Waves, and Antares now. Wow, when I wrote this topic, they didn't, but now Antares, all these companies are pivoting from, hey, give me $1,200 or $600 and you own this to, why don't you go ahead and give me $30 a month, $35 a month, $15 a month, $10 a month, and you can keep this shit forever, long as you keep paying me. Taraj, that don't sound that bad for real. Yeah, I feel you. It's not that bad. Absolutely not. But as a person who is paying numerous subscription fees just so I can work, it's a bit interesting on your overhead. It touches your bottom dollar in a very strange way if you're not careful. Because think, Waves, you can still buy plugins. You can still go spend $30, $50, $60. And, they do sales all the time. So you're most likely not spending $200, $300. But I bought the Diamond bundle a long time ago because they didn't have the subscription-based shit. I bought the shit a long time ago, right? And when I'm looking at what y'all paying monthly to get that shit, some of y'all over time will outpay me for things you will use less than I'm using them. And you will be mad. I mean, you won't know. You won't know because that's just how it goes. Most people don't recognize it. They see the number and go, ooh, and live with that. But sometimes you will go back and have paid for these plugins already. These things over and over. I've fully paid for Pro Tools already since I started using it. I could have just bought it. I won't because then I won't get updates. And that's the kicker. That's the kicker right there. They have pushed updates outside of the payment model. If you subscribe to me, you can update this for free whenever it needs to. But boy, if you just try to drop this one little section of cheese off on me, nigga, fuck you. Pay me another $150 to update now, nigga. Fuck you. And I get it. I 1,000% understand that. And I'm not gonna sit here and say how dare they, because I've paid it. I've paid the $150 to update all my Waves plugins so that they won't crash when I go to my laptop with a session I did on my computer because the versions are different. It's tough, though. It's tough to pitch to people and say you should do one or the other because really it's what your pocket's looking like at a certain point in time. Because if you buy these in about, I don't know, a year, well, at least with Waves, in a year, you have to pay me to update this again. And it's not going to be small. It's not going to be, if you were paying the $30 a month, $20 a month, you're going to pay this one-time update fee for this one plugin the whole year, over the whole year, like in totality. But right now, in this one moment, because I'm not paying the subscription, I have to drop $150 per plugin on this thing. That's not happening. You're out your motherfucking mind. So, it looks like doing the subscription model is better because you get access to everything. With Antares especially, you just want auto-tune, boy, you go, why do what we did and pay $250 for the one when you could just pay, I don't know, $20-some a month? Boy, they got a compressor now. They got a bunch of EQs, a bunch of crazy additive plugins that do all this cool shit, little sound wave shits, vocoders, vocal warmers, whatever the hell, mic modulation plugins, which if you don't know what that is, imagine you record on this, but I make it look and sound like one of these U67s I got in the back, 87, excuse me. U87 in the back. So now, it just sound like a whole different microphone, boom, for way less money. Good on you. Opinion for another day. But, if they got shit like that, that's cool. I just personally feel like it's not worth it with every company. Auto-tune, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Because there's so many options. And if you really utilize all of those, you could get rid of some of the other plugins you have and maybe pay less than another subscription. Waves, totally understand it. strictly because of the upgrade fees. That's insane. I have to pay you to keep my plugins up to date just because I have them. It's kind of fucked up, bro. If I bought Call of Duty and then they got to update that shit, they not charging me $25 to update the game. They could, but they won't. Let me not say that because that's going to happen one day and then we all going to be mad because I manifested it. We all going to be mad at me. Anyway, it's sick. But I get it. If I was in their shoes, I can't say I would do differently. And if I'm in your shoes, I can't say to you what you should do. I think you should look at your pockets, look at what you can hold on to every single month, no matter what, as your bottom line, and accept whether or not you can pay that. If not, save up and go get some of these plugins the right way. UAD, all them plugins are expensive, but they'll never charge you to upgrade, and they'll never charge you for anything they change with them. But they also have a subscription service, UAD Spark. Pretty good service, a lot of great plugins, not a ton of money. Some of the ones I want, you can't necessarily get in the cheaper, payment plans. So that might suck. But there's a ton of plugins in there. You could find some things for yourself that are great, and you won't even need the UAD gear. Boom, saved a bunch of your money over time. Although eventually you will have definitely outpaid me and the homies. But I'm not here to judge you for that because I understand. Do what you will, man. The subscription model has taken over and it's not going anywhere. Now, the big reason why I even wanted to touch on subscription models doesn't even have anything to do with plugins. Because, with plugins, it's truly 50-50. But with everything else, I think we've started to create strange problems I never would have saw coming within the music industry. Case in point, it's so accessible for every single one of us to get out and create something and put it online. Put it on streaming services or put it wherever you want it to be. You know what I mean? Like it just, there's options. But the regular person can't just call Spotify and say, hey man, I'm putting this song on here. Is that cool with you? Does that bother you, bro? No, cool. Okay, boom, upload. It don't work like that. You have to go through a distributor. You got free ones like United Masters for sure. But there's things that they don't have or don't do that you may need, especially if you want to do good business. And that's dangerous within itself because then you got to pay them for whatever their other fees and services are. And, that might not be the worst. They might be straight. They might be decent. They do a lot of things to give back to the creative community. Cool. TuneCore. They'll still even print CDs for you. They'll give you all your money. They don't really touch nothing too much off the top. You paid us our 100, whatever. We cool, bro. We'll give you the right stats. We'll put you in the right places. And we might even submit you to SoundScan. Cool. And if you don't know what SoundScan is how Billboard and the larger chart record sales conglomerates actually chart your sales. Which, seems important personally. Personally, it seems a little bit important. So good spot to go. I get it. With the SoundScan thing in mind, I think now is when I have to tell you a true negative of the subscription-based service. And I don't want to shit on one service because that's so rude, but allow me, please, for just a moment, as a slightly disgruntled customer, but also as an observer to the game. DistroKid. A name I know you've heard if you touch music. I know it because they are one of the most popular distributors to all smaller artists or just artists in general, because some bigger ones use it as well. And they've literally been purchased by Spotify. So they are one of the premier places to go if you want your music on Spotify, or for in some people's minds, if you want it playlisted or if you want it whatever, because you can upload your music through them and, however many months ahead. And because you use the Spotify service, Spotify might come check your shit, see if they can put it in the playlist, see what they can do with it, send it to their curators and see where you go. That shit cool and all. But do you know they make you pay for damn near every service on their website? Walk with me. You want to put your lyrics anywhere? Used to be able to do it for free. $15 a song. I'll put all your lyrics everywhere. And you can track them. Ooh, now we can move with the song. Ooh, how cool. $15 per song. Let's say you don't want to be with them anymore. You want to leave. Oh, $50 for each release to keep it alive forever. Even without you, we won't do nothing. We'll leave you with your ISR or IRSC code, and we'll send you your money still. But fuck you, we done with you. It's so strange because they even make you pay for the people who don't have DistroKid to get their splits on a song. Mind you, they don't even put the song through the sound scan process. I know that mic just made all that noise. I'm sorry, but they don't even do the sound scan for you. So Billboard won't know anything about any records you put out. So if you drop a song through DistroKid and you sell 1 million records and you didn't go through the proper paperwork, you didn't go upload the shit on SoundScan or do nothing else shit yourself, they don't know you sold 1 million records. They don't give a goddamn. Shout out to your Billboard. I mean, not Billboard. Your PROs and shit. Damn, it's been a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. My goodness. I'm talking about BMI, ASCAP, whoever get your publishing money, those are the only people who will care. And Spotify will be signing your DistroKid checks and giving you your shit like, here, nigga. But Billboard will have no idea. So when you could be somebody, you will be nobody still. You have to pay them for that. I have to pay you to tell the big people that I dropped a song. You are literally the big people. You are literally Spotify. Why do I have to pay for that? That is a question you should ask almost every single time you go to find a distributor of business of any kind. Anytime you go to do any form of anything, discover what you're paying for, find the why. Find if you can get an alternative, because I found some alternatives. You can go buy your own IRSC code for a song. You can go to the place that Spotify literally uses, or excuse me, DistroKid literally uses to put your lyrics everywhere and to sync your lyrics with the song. You can find that for free. Claim your page for free and upload every single detail of information for the song and sync the lyrics for free. It's called Music X Match. You're welcome. I don't understand how they get away with this practice. The subscription model is made to help a consumer in a sense, but they found a way to turn it on the economy of its people. And that to me is a little bit disgusting. You charging me for every goddamn thing. Eventually they might start charging you per upload. Even if you pay for the whole shit. I'm not saying they will. That's dystopian as hell. But I'm just saying the things that they can charge you for show no end. They have no signs of stopping. So what do? Do you leave them and go somewhere else? Too Lost just exists now. That's the thing that's pretty cool. I got some friends on there. It's pretty solid. I'm getting some cheese off that. It's cool. But where do you go? Where do you go when the only model that exists always has the potential to bend you over? I don't know. I haven't necessarily found a way out of this part of the game, because the only way I would know how is signing with a label. And not everybody is in a position where they could do that. Not everybody could even dream of doing that, no matter what they do or how they make things. It's a very strange place to be in creatively. It almost makes me wonder, at what point do you just say, F it, and do your complete, own thing? Just get over whatever the construct of modern artistry is and put yourself in a position elsewhere, like only dropping songs on Instagram or only promoting songs on TikTok and you put the whole song in a video, or only doing, 1 or 2 or 3 other things. At what point do we just pick that and struggle? and find our way there. I don't know. I know what I'm going to do is continue the path I've already forged myself down. It can't get no worse. I've already been signed to bad label deals. So DistroKid trying to do this to me ain't that bad. Trust, I've had worse. There's a whole album I've literally sold copies of, gotten thousands of streams for, and never seen a dollar of, despite a contract saying I'm owed 85% of it. So this ain't my first rodeo. I found my way out of that. We can find our way into something more comfortable over here. You just got to believe, look, keep your head high, and keep the faith. But shit, if there's something that don't even really bother you, if the subscription model is cool with you, I love that for you, bro. I'm a little jealous. I ain't even gonna lie, because I can't find myself comfortable once I've discovered that somebody is fucking with me. But that's just me. That's me and my problems. And you don't have to have them projected on you at all. But I appreciate you taking the time to listen and think about it. I would love to know what you think. Hit me on my email, tarajmix@gmail.com. Obviously, I'm going to put it on the screen. You can tweet me at dadbodraj. I'm not calling it what it's called now. Hell no. You can find me on Instagram, taraj.mahal. That's the wrong account. Rhythm and Raj is a whole page. Oh my God. But I would love to discuss your opinions on said subject, because it seems like all of us could do, a little bit of research, and we might find something that benefits the group. It takes a village, man. It takes a village of a bunch of small people to make a large change. And, not to get political, but I know that the election and things have kind of walked a lot of Americans out of that mindset, because they feel like, even coming in droves, some folks might leave you out to dry, might leave you hanging, might put you in a crazy situation, and things get a little bleak. But as long as you and one other or two other people, or hell, even just you, keep your head high, keep your mind open, you could find it in anything. You could find that peace and that hope and that whatever in anything, no matter how big the obstacle may be in front of you. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm not telling you you're going to have the best quality and nothing. I'm not telling you, your entire life is going to be changed by you making whatever decision you choose to make with your creative career or with whatever issue is bothering you. But I'm telling you that you will feel better knowing, that you stuck with that feeling and you stuck with whatever your mind said over anything else. You'll feel much happier than all of these people who just hate it all and continue to go with the system that they see in front of them. Trust. That was a little bit early for what this section is, but that's okay. I guess I'll use that strange branch off to get right into today's
Session lessons.
There it is. I'm always late on these songs when I come back, man. I'll get to it. Don't worry. And this time, these session lessons don't necessarily come from recording sessions I've had lately. Some of them come from therapy sessions. Some of them come from my show that we had in October, which was fun. It was a great time. Maybe we can talk about that next week. But the lessons come from a variety of places, and I'm excited to share them with you because I think we're all in a bit of a weird space. And I don't necessarily know. Some of these issues don't hit you, obviously, but there are things that we can all still do. I think they will be very important. Number one, accept critiques. Some of you are thinking I already do, but I mean accept any and every critique. What does that mean? Accept that numbers are sometimes the critique. You're not doing the numbers you imagined. You're not doing even the numbers your last record did. You're not doing the numbers that your record in the future might do, whatever it is. Except sometimes that's the critique of your song. If even the people listen to you are like, and not streaming that. Accept that as a critique. Accept a lack of people showing up in front of you as a critique sometimes. Don't take it personal, but accept it as a critique of action that you've pressed out and that you've shown. Accept that. It's cool. Adjust accordingly. Accept that silence is sometimes a critique. Sometimes silence is the answer. You know, if nobody say nothing to you when you ask a question, bro, sometimes you just got to accept that. Sometimes, hey, that might have been a wild question. Or, hey, I might have just been a no. You got to accept that sometimes, man. And it's not easy. It's difficult, but you have to. Never run from evolution. I think that is one thing I watch people do on a regular basis because it's hard and it's scary. And I'm not going to act like I'm not one of those people sometimes. I do sometimes run from the ways to evolve. Yeah, I might constantly creatively evolve. My songs might take shape in new forms often. But the man you see sitting in front of you, if you go back to the last episodes of this show, is still sitting in this chair. Yeah, most of my hair is longer, except, a couple of these you can see. But I'm the same nigga in the same spot. Doing certain things different, but sometimes you run from evolution. Sometimes you run from changes. No more. Try your best not to. Mike Tyson often said, no terrible name to mention. I know, but hear me out. Mike Tyson said one of his biggest driving forces in life is his fear. And if some shit scares him, he gets up and does it anyway. That's what makes him get up and do it. Oh, y'all motherfuckers. Oh, you want to beat me up? Big guy over there who I'm way smaller than? Well, let's go. And he won sometimes. Obviously not this last time, but if you about to pay me $20 million and I ain't got to put hands on you for real, I'm being there doing cardio too, bro. I ain't mad at you, man. You 50 something, you done lost all your money at least once, bro. You might as well go back and do that. Sorry, Mike Tyson tangent. But I can't judge him that bad. But never run from evolution. Run towards it. Run towards that fear. See what happens, man. It gets that's something from therapy too, because it gets uncomfortable trying to create discipline. A long time ago, I was talking to the homie Jody. Shout out Jody Watts, great rapper. If you didn't know, I was talking to Jody, and we were going back and forth on like the concepts of dropping music and like timing and just thoughts of that nature. Now, me, I'm always a person who likes a plan. I like to have an action. I like to be particular about timing because I get uncomfortable doing the opposite. And, in the moment, I was kind of like, no, I do want to try just dropping stuff. But then when I was talking to Jody, he just immediately, no fear, no phasing, no nothing. Yeah, bro, I just want to do these things. I want to get these things out. Like, I want to take these verses. I want to take these songs, and I just want to go hit the ground running, just drop and see what happens. Make it work. He's like, I'll do the work and make it work. And it was so funny to watch. Like, he had no fear in the sentiment. Whether he felt it or not, it was just a straight, that's what it is. I'm gonna just do it. And man, that's really a great mindset. It's just doing the shit. Fuck it. Yeah, it's scary. Fuck it. Do it. So what? Yeah, it's different. Do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see who you become if you can do it. Discipline is difficult. I'm not asking you to be disciplined. You should be disciplined, but I'm not asking you to be disciplined. I'm asking you to break whatever discipline you have today and try something new. Try something uncomfortable, something different, something you never even fully imagined yourself doing, whether in a creative space or in a space outside you in your real life. See what happens. See if it helps you or not. See if it hurts you, bro. Because if it don't kill you, you can learn from it, good or bad. Just try it. Just try it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And that's really the only session lessons I have for you. I really, thought I was going to have more, but upon realizing, this entire episode has kind of been just accepting what's in front of you, accepting the options, accepting the changes, accepting new sounds, accepting everything, and just rolling with it, man. Finding what works for you within it, creating new lanes that could work, and just seeing what happens. Just see where you go, man. seeing where you go. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of life. It's the beauty of everything. And that's the beauty of rhythm and Raj, man. The duality of subject. Yeah, it all relates to music, but like, I want you to go be a better person. I want you to go outside like knowledgeable and happy with whatever version of you that exists in whatever space of creativity that you choose. And you go into those spaces of creativity knowledgeable about the space, knowledgeable about your decisions in that space, knowledgeable about why you even walked in this fucking room. Don't just go nowhere because it's cool. You know, unless that's your bag, then fuck it. But like, you know, go there because it'll serve you a purpose. It'll have a moment for you. It'll be fun. And, you know, having fun is a purpose. That's cool. But just have decisions be purposeful. Be filled with a drive to do something that isn't just waking up and going to bed. Do something, be something, smile. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. I am going to try my fucking hardest to develop a consistent schedule and way to do this, because I need to. And yes, this is selfish, but I need to, because I feel like this is one of the things that grounds me. And from a lot of the way people speak to me about the show, when they hear it, I guess it does the same for some of y'all. So allow me to step back into the space and not be so weird. Oh, and to the teachers, to the students, to the whomever that are now seeing this show because I've shown you demonstrations of equipment, or I've done something in some way that makes you feel like my mind is interesting, or, you know, the things that I can present to you are interesting. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And I hope that despite my colorful commentary, you can leave here a little more emboldened to try things and to be the most you can be in a creative space, or, you know, just out in the real world. Whatever it is, whatever you leave me with, I'm grateful to have given it to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for patiently waiting and listening to episode 27. Sorry. Damn. It's only right I end up with a fuck up. Episode 26 of Rhythm and Rod.
Rhythm and Rod.
Hi, it's me.
Rhythm and Rod.
Talk about music.
Rhythm and Rod. Rhythm and Rod. It's Rhythm and Rod.